Welcome everyone. On behalf of Chess Parents Association Rajasthan, I extend a warm welcome to all of you for the fifth weekly session of Chess with Gaurav Bakliwal. As you all know, Chess Parents Association Rajasthan has been conducting this weekly training program for all of you with the help of our very able coach, Mr. Gaurav Bakliwal sir. Gaurav Bakliwal sir is a product of Rajasthan. He has been state champion in the junior category, under 25 category, and he was the runner-up in the state senior category. He was also the national champion in the CIA chess tournament. And to join Gaurav sir, this time we have a very young talent from Rajasthan, Vachi Agarwal. She is 9 year old, but has lot of laurels to her credit. She was the under 7 state champion couple of years ago. She was the runner up in the under 9 Rajasthan level. She has also played Commonwealth Championship and West Asian Championship. And in them, in the rapid category, she even stood 7th at All India level. So it's an honor for me to uh, introduce both of them. And I would request everyone to please like the channel, subscribe to the Chess Parents Association channel so that you can get regular update. Last week, a very innovative Doctors Chess League was organized in Jaipur, and CPA in the same YouTube channel did live telecast of 5 matches of first board. So those are also available on the channel. So with this, I would hand over to Vachi. Vachi, please.
Hey friends, welcome back to the official channel of Chess Parents Association. CPA Rajasthan is involved in regular innovation to develop skill of chess player. We also regularly tournaments. Thank you so much for coming live with us once again for another interactive session with Gaurav Bakliwal sir. Before we move on to our today's session, I would like to announce the winners of the third and fourth session. Session third winners are first Yash Baradia, second Rudra Manmetia, third Anand Jamal. Session 4 winners are first Yash Baradia, second Anand Jamal. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm sure we'll have more participation in the next session. And now, as I'm very excited to play a match with Gaurav sir, I would invite him to play a match with me.
Thank you so much, Vachi. It was such a nice anchoring that you have done, and I would like to welcome each one for watching our videos, for watching our live sessions. Thank you so much for encouragement. So I think we'll play a game with Vachi first, then I will take you to Anand's game, and then some double attack positions. Okay, Vachi, please start. You are right. Okay, so e4. Let me go with e5. We'll play a little fast today. So it is a normal position. Now again you have taken bishop c4, which is a very attacking move. Two knight defense. Let me try. Oh, I think this position we played earlier also. d5. I think this game I played some time back with Siddhant. Let me go with the same thing. It's a very dubious kind of a move, and there are a lot of options with white now.
Yes, sir.
You can capture the knight. You can bishop f1. Very good. So the same game happened with Siddhant also a few days back. Right. I'll go with same opening. Let's see. Okay, let us see audience. Pranjal has joined us. Uma ma'am has joined. Good evening. Amber Srivastav has joined. Good evening, Amber.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, so what do I do? Shall I go for knight e4? Shall I change or shall I play the same moves? Okay, let me try knight e4.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to CPA.
This is not a good move. I'm afraid knight f2, bishop f2. So many things are happening.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. I think I should play bishop f2 check.
Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Okay, so in this position, black is certainly better, but how to continue forward? What are the various moves that probably can be played? Rook f8, I can try.
Hmm.
Bishop b6 is also one of the very good moves, taking it simple.
Yes.
Uh, Queen h4. Queen h4, can I try? I don't like this move. Queen h4. Okay, let's try Queen h4.
Okay.
So, audience, Queen f6. That was probably recommended. Right, Queen f6, but then Queen f3.
Yes.
Then I was thinking Queen f3, and then I could have played Queen into f3, Bishop h3. No, 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 no.
Yes, sir.
Queen
But
h4 is, I think, better. Let's see.
yes.
Now, my idea of Queen h4 is to move the bishop, and then I can probably threaten Queen f2 checkmate.
Okay, sir.
So, if you play Queen f3 check here,
Hmm.
I can just move my king. And now Rook
Yes.
f8 will also be a big threat because you cannot capture Queen into knight. Queen is supporting it. And g3 is not possible as it is. G3 is a bad move because this pawn is pinned as it is. Queen h3 check is also there. Bishop h3 is also there. So I think this position is not a good position. You have not played a nice move. Bishop b5 is incorrect.
Yes.
You should have castled that time. Castle is a nice move, but then I thought knight f2, bishop f2, and then queen d4 check with attack, rook f8 because pieces are inside. But then that is a line. That is a line actually.
Now I was thinking D3, but then knight can play knight G3, so it is
Right,
not
right, right.
possible.
Absolutely. So D3, knight G3, H G3, queen H1, and then rook F8. It's very attacking. And in simple D3, I can simply play bishop to B6 also.
Yes.
You cannot capture knight because queen F2 is threatened. And if you play queen E2, then knight G3 check will be a simple checkmate. H G3, queen H1. Right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Tanmay has joined, Pranjal has joined, Ashok sir has joined. Good evening to all of you. Right. Okay, Vachi, I think you
Yes.
played well. Bishop B5 was a mistake here, but then it's fine. You are an upcoming talent, and I'm sure you will do very well.
Yes. I made
Okay,
a mistake, but I enjoyed playing.
yeah. I'll play with you definitely. Okay, thank you, Vachi.
Welcome, sir.
Right. So, Vachi, I think we should start the today's session now.
Yes. So now I would invite ex-Rajasthan chess champion Gaurav sir to take the session forward. Today's topic is Anand Immortal Game 2 Double Attack Middle Game Tutorial Theme-Based Positions.
Thank you so much, Vachi. Thank you. Okay, so friends, today is a very interesting game that I have brought for you. Last session, if you recall, we did Anand's game one. It was Immortal game one. Today, I am taking you to one more amazing game of Vishwanathan Anand. This is also called as Anand's Immortal game, and it was played in 1997 Switzerland. It is Vishwanathan Anand versus Joel Lautier, who is also a very strong grandmaster. So this tournament was a double round robin tournament. Six top players participated in this tournament, and Anand won the tournament, scoring 7 out of 10, whereas Anatoly Karpov was runner-up. Now this game, I am sure you are going to enjoy like anything. Let us take this game. Anand is white. He played e4. And surprisingly, Lautier played d5. Generally, this d5 opening is not played in the top level tournaments. Generally, it is a very different kind of opening. People prefer Royal Lopez or Sicilian defense. E4 d5 is actually called as Scandinavian defense, and it is not generally played. So Anand was kind of surprised, but of course he has prepared for everything. That is why he is Vishwanathan Anand. So he played ed5. After queen d5, he developed knight c3, attacking the queen. Queen a5, which is a very regular move in this position. And of course, Anand played d4, controlling the center. Knight f6 was played. After knight f3, c6 is a very good move in this position. And the idea of c6 is to play b5, is to control d5, and then to come to queen c7 also, if at all white plays bishop d2 sometime later. So this is theory. Now here, white has various options, and one of the best options is probably, which I also recommend to my students, is to play bishop e2 and then castle, and then bishop d2, a3, b4, and then playing slowly. But Anand, I don't know why, maybe because he thought that it is Scandinavian defense is played by Lautier for the first time. He has not played it before in the big level matches, or maybe the position or standing in the tournament. Anand played an aggressive move here, and which is bishop to c4. Now the idea is to attack on f7 directly. If e6 is played later on, then probably e6 is also attacked. So let's see how the game proceeded. Bishop f5, very logical move, developing the bishop because you have to play e6 and then your bishop will be shut forever. And then Anand immediately went for knight e5. Now, this is, something like surprise for Lautier. And then he was not prepared for too much of calculation and tactics right from the beginning. Right, so let's see what happens here. On knight e5, f7 is attacked. So there are two options with black. One is e6 and the other is bishop g6. Bishop g6 is of course not a good option right now because unnecessarily you are giving your bishop in the opening for the knight without any compensation or without anything. It is not recommended. and therefore Lautier played e6, which is a very natural move. Here, Anand played a move which is a surprise to a lot of players, including myself. Anand played a move here, and that is the whole idea of bishop c4 and knight d5. You have to play this move if you are playing bishop c4 and knight d5. Else, if you don't want to play that move, you should have played bishop e2 and castle. So, what is the move here? Yes, audience. Knight f7. Oh, ho. No, not really. Not at this early stage. King will capture it. There is no compensation, nothing. The move here is g4, attacking the bishop, opening the king side, and making the intentions very, very clear. That is what I am going to do today. So Lautier defended the bishop, and then Anand went all out and played h4. Idea is to play h5. Of course, you can come bishop e4 right now because knight is pinned for a moment. But then the idea is that sooner or later the pin will be over and the bishop will be, it's not a good square. So h4. And now Lautier thought for quite some time, and he played knight to d7, developing a piece. Now here there are various options with white. So if he takes, for example, knight into g6, it is not a good move here because black will simply capture h into g6, and now the h file is open with h4. It's a weak pawn. So it is not good for white, to be honest. So uh, coming back to this position, the second move that probably white can play is h5, which is not a good move because black can simply capture knight into knight, then after pawn into knight, queen into pawn check, center pawn is gone, and then bishop can immediately come to e4. So it is also not a good idea. And Anand definitely chose the best move in the position, which is knight into knight. Lautier played knight into knight, and Anand played according to the plan, which is h5. So bishop to e4, and now rook is attacked. Right. So you cannot capture knight into e4 because this queen is of course pinning the knight. So one move which probably Anand had in this position was castle, and it is of course a move which has been played by top level players. And don't think, audience, that how can you castle when rook is under attack. Please get your basics correct. If rook is attacked, we can castle. If the opponent is having a control in the square where the king is passing, then we cannot castle. So we cannot castle while in check. We cannot castle if the opponent is controlling the square f1 g1. But if rook is attacked, we can definitely castle. But of course, castle is not recommended for Anand. That is not he wanted. And in this position, he played a very logical move, rook to h3. Now, there are two options with black. One is to play the bishop d5 or bishop g2, whatever, and the other option is to triple O, because you cannot capture the bishop right now. But let's look at what happened if Lautier chooses to triple O. So here Anand would have played bishop d2. Idea is knight into bishop, and then knight can also move and attack the queen. After bishop g2, rook g3, bishop h1, rook g1, b5, bishop to b3, b4, rook to h1, pawn into knight, bishop into pawn, queen is attacked, queen c7, and queen d2 is a clear, very, very huge plus for white. He is not only up a pawn, but look at the king, look at the place where black has castled, and two bishop advantage. And therefore, in this position, triple O is ruled out, and Lautier chose the correct move, bishop g2. Now Anand had two options. One is rook g3 and one is rook e3. So rook g3, my dear friends, has been played by players various times. बहुत बार खेला गया. Right. So Yash is answering, and Tanmay is also answering. Very good. Amrita Verma ma'am, as in Keshav, is also answering. Very good. Nice, audience. So let's look at the position here. And rook g3 has been played by people in the past. And if you play rook g3, then bishop d5, bishop d3, bishop d6 is, somewhat equal position, because black has developed the bishop with tempo attacking the rook. Now that is what is preparation all about. So Anand has already covered everything, and he played rook to e3. Rook to e3. Now let us look at a move here, b5. If b5, then bishop d3, b4, and knight to e4 is a clear plus for white, because this bishop today or tomorrow you have to capture with knight, and now the bishop and this pawn is very weak here, very weak pawn. So obviously Lautier did not play this move, and after rook to e3, he came up with the idea of knight b6 and knight d5, attacking the bishop on c4, bishop d3, knight d5. So game proceeded till here. It is so far, I mean, this position has occurred in the past also. And now let us look at audience. One idea is rook g3. That has also been played in the past. And then can anyone guess what did Anand play here? Yes, Tanmay, this position has reached before. Yes. Lot of moves, lot of games in chess. If you search database, wow, what a nice audience. So what is a move here? Yash and Keshav have already told, but that was long back. Right, very good. And now, very good. So in this position, let's look at what happened on rook g3, which has been played earlier. Rook g3, knight into knight, pawn into knight, bishop to d5, bishop d2, idea c4, queen a4, queen e2, idea c4, and b5. So it is a very, very complicated double-edged position. This position has occurred twice in the top level. Both of the time, white has won the game. Right. But Anand was in a different mode, and as he later said, he thought and he came up with a new idea. And let's look at Anand's idea. So tighten your seatbelts, guys. Anand played pawn to f3, which is recommended by 2-3 people in the audience. So now let's look at it. This knight can capture rook. This knight can capture the knight. Queen can capture the pawn later. So many things can happen. And the bishop can also come to b4. Pawn f3. What is the idea? The idea is to give the rook and then capture this bishop later on. King f2, king into bishop. If bishop h3, king g3. Where will this bishop go? कहाँ जाएगा बच के हमसे? Wow. f3. So let's look at move by move. If knight into e3, bishop into e3, bishop a3, a very good move, very good move. Bishop c1, again to defend it. Bishop b4, king f2, bishop into knight, pawn into, queen into, and bishop e3. And that's all. Very, very heavy plus for white. So let's come back to f3 and let's look at knight into c3. What happens? Pawn into c3, queen c3, bishop d2, queen into d4, king f2. Again, plus for white, two bishops are just too much. So again, coming back to f3, and then what happened in the game was bishop to b4. But Anand was very cool, very cool. He played king f2. You do whatever you want to do at c3. I will go according to my plan. So after bishop c3, pawn into c3. Of course, knight into c3 is a big blunder. White will simply come queen e1, and that's all. Lautier should have resigned here itself only. Knight is pin. Bishop is also going. Not many things. So definitely Lautier chose queen c3. Now here Anand came with a very good move, rook b1. And after queen d4, Lautier thought he has defended this position very well. Because now you cannot capture king into g2. Please understand, because simply knight into e3 and then e3, one more piece is going. So you are exchanged down. So here Lautier thought that he has defended the position comfortably because g2 cannot be captured. And everyone who is watching the game later on also, that time also thought that did Anand do some miscalculation in trapping the piece? But Anand is Anand, and he played rook into b7. And now suddenly Lautier thought in this position for 43 minutes. And he realized that the game has slipped from his hands. Let's look at this position. Let's understand this position. Yes, audience. Bishop is trapped. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. So let's look at the various options which black has. If you do castling in this position, then obviously bishop h7 check, king into, and queen into queen. Discovered attack. So castling is out of question.
Yes.
If you play queen c5, for example, you want to move the queen from this, this in front of the queen for discovered, and you want to keep an eye on the rook, queen c5, then what happened? c4, amazing move. Knight into bishop, queen e5, bishop to e4, stopping queen into bishop e3, and now king into g2 will happen. Castle, king into g2. So let's look at this position again. Queen c5 is out of question. Castle is out of question. Let's say you play bishop h3. Simple move. What is white doing actually? You want to know? White is playing rook into f7. Oh my god. That is why it is called as immortal game. The idea is if you capture king into f7, bishop g6 check discovered. Bishop g6 check discovered. And queen will go. So maybe you can try c5, rook to f5 because this pawn is pin. Knight into e3, bishop into e3, queen b2, and rook into c5 is a clear 1-0. Huge advantage.
Yes, sir.
King g3, king into bishop. Yes, Vachi, are you enjoying or not?
Yes, sir. So this option is also not available.
Yes, so this is amazing game. And now he played a very good move, probably the only move to hold some time, which is rook to d8. That is what is played in the game. And now I give some time to audience if they can spot the idea of Anand. Yes, audience, let me check.
So I hope
Harsh uncle,
audience you are also enjoying.
let me acknowledge Harsh uncle, Shri SL Harsh, the most amazing personality in Rajasthan, my guru, my mentor right from childhood, and he loves me very very much and always encourages me. Harsh uncle, I welcome you. Right. So this position, can anyone suggest? Yash, can you just think what Anand probably what is going on in the minds of Anand in this position? Rook e6 is cannot be played right now because the rook is pinned. The queen is
Yes.
pinning the rook. So yes, audience, can you just tell what is the idea in Anand's mind? Rook f7 now is not a
Yes.
very good move. No, no, no. Now rook f7 is not a good move because the rook has come to d8. So if you play rook f7, black will simply play knight to c3, knight to c3, attacking the queen, and then the rook d8 will support the queen on d4. So now rook f7 is not a good move. So bishop g6 is the idea which has been given by Yash. Bishop g6 and also Preeti ma'am. Now let's look at bishop g6 here. You know what? It is a good idea, but right now it is not a good move. The idea is to pin the f7 pawn and attacking the queen also. But right now, it is not a good move. I'll tell you why. If you play bishop g6, he will capture your queen. You can just give a check. He will come king to f8. You can give another check. He will come king to g8. And that's all. Finish. No attack, nothing doing. Nothing is happening here. So again, let's look at this position. Bishop g6, queen into d1. So here you can try bishop f7 check if you wish. King f8, bishop a3 check, c5, bishop c5 check, knight to e7, bishop into e7 check, king into f7, bishop into d8, and king g8.
So
No
this
attack, all attack finished of white, queen is remaining alive. So at in this position, bishop g6 idea is an amazing idea, yes, which is to rook e6, bishop f7, but not now. And that is the beauty of the great Madras Tiger and Lightning Kid or whatever you want to call him. I mean, he played an unbelievable move on the board. Unbelievable move, which was played by Anand here. Harsh Uncle is saying, thank you, genius, sir. So he played an unbelievable move here, and that is the move called pawn to h6. Can you believe this move, my dear friends? Now, the idea of h6 will be clear to you in the analysis of bishop g6. If our pawn is on h6, then we can do rook g7 check. That is the whole idea. My God, what kind of move is this? How can anyone think on this board? h6.
This is a very attacking move.
This is the awesome. This is move is actually defined as the move of the the 1990s to 2000 kind of century decade, 10-year h6. The idea is bishop g6, of course. So after h6, let's look at the various possibilities. If you play here knight into e3, we will play bishop to e3, queen e5, pawn into pawn, rook g8, queen c1, bishop into f3, queen a3. Idea is queen e7 mate. So queen d6, rook d6, and simple king into f3. Two bishop versus one rook, clear 1-0. Clear 1-0. So that is one variation. h6. Now, if you play bishop h3, for example, what am I doing actually? So I'll go bishop g6, queen d1, rook e6, king f8, rook f7, king g8, rook g7, king f8, bishop to a3 check, knight e7, and bishop into knight is a very, very, very beautiful checkmate, sacrificing the queen. And that is why this game is actually termed as Anand's immortal game. This all calculations and this all deep thinking he has actually done on board. On board. So coming to h6, let's see what happened in the game. He played g into h6. Anand played, of course, as he planned, bishop g6. And now, if you want to know, just for audience, if you want to know what happens if Lautier would have taken the queen, he of course did not take it. It is mate in 4, maybe. Knight, bishop h6. The bishop is now coming into game. And bishop f7 is a checkmate. Wow. So let's look at on bishop g6. What are the various options? Queen d1 is out of question. Let's look at queen f6. Queen f6, Anand would have played bishop into f7 check, queen into f7, rook into f7, knight into e3, queen into d8, king into d8, and bishop into e3 is, thank you very much, one piece up. This bishop is a dead piece which will be captured in a move or two. Wow. So again,
So
let's
this will also be a loss. This will
clear win
also be
for
loss.
white. Yes, Vachi. So let's look at right in this position. So what actually happened in the game was h6 and then g into h6. Now on g into h6, bishop g6. Now in the game, he played knight e7. That is a move played by Lautier. Knight e7. Very good move. Very good move. Okay, I think I missed one more variation. Let's look at that also. If you play knight into e3, let's look at that as well. Very simple. Bishop f7, king f8, queen into queen, rook into queen, and bishop into knight is 1-0 because I am attacking the rook also and I am attacking bishop into h6, checkmate also. Right. So here, knight e7 was played, and there are various ways of winning. Various ways. Now let me ask audience, which is the best method of winning? Which Anand chose? Yes, audience.
So please answer.
Amazing, amazing game. Amazing calculations. H6, bishop g6 will just blow your mind.
Yes.
Okay, so coming back, there are various methods. Rook e6, rook e7. Okay, right. So here, the best method to win is queen into d4, which Anand played. Rook into d4, and then now this bishop is not placed correctly because it has to come back. Idea is to exchange queen. The bishop is going g2. So he played rook d3. He wants to get the bishop back to d3 square. So after rook d8, which was played by Lautier, Anand captured rook into rook, king into rook, and Anand played the most quiet move possible on the board, bishop d3. He could have played bishop into f7 also, but no counterplay after rook f8 and probably f3 or whatever. Bishop d3. This g2 bishop is not going anywhere. The rook is on the seventh rank. We are trying to threaten skewer also. So many things happening. Bishop d3, and of course, it's not a surprise that Lautier actually resigned in this position. So it is move number 25, bishop d3, and it is 1-0. Lautier resigned. So I hope you liked Anand's Immortal game 2. I will now take you to the double attack positions of middle game theme. In the next
Sir,
session,
it was a very great game and it had very much learning.
yes, I hope you all enjoyed. And Vachi, did you like it?
Yes.
Okay, in the next session, I will take you to through Fisher's game. We'll discuss one game of Bobby Fischer, which is also called as in which he played one move, which is called as move of the century, and he was just 13 years old that time. So
He is an amazing player.
most amazing player, yes. So now I think let's take double attack positions. Now, in what happens in double attack is that our queen or some piece we are trying to play in such a manner that it is attacking two things simultaneously. So it is a theme for today. We have got a lot of time. We are well on track. So this is our first position. Audience, white to play. Can you tell a good move in this position?
Yes, so we will be getting answers.
Yes, white to play. What is a good move here? Now white is attacking, as you can see, but he is not finding the correct move to deliver a final blow. So what is a good move here? So this game occurred between Hort and Portish in 1993 Madrid. What is a good move for white? Yes,
So we have
audience, come on.
so we have got two answers.
Okay. Rook g4 is. Oh, Honi Arora is answering Rook g4. Tanmay is answering Rook g4. Rook g4 is answered by so many people. Wow, what an
It is
amazing
an
audience.
amazing move.
What a nice audience we are having today.
It is an amazing move.
So here the idea is that the bishop is not open, and if you play a simple move, something like say rook to h4, for example, idea queen h6. Black can immediately play queen e7, and when you play queen h6, it is pawn f6, and now it is all defended. It's all defense. So once you give the chance to play f6, the defense is going to happen. So first move is very very amazing move, rook g4 check, sacrificing the rook. So after black captures fg4, now if you play queen to h6, trying to do a mate on f7, black can simply play pawn to f5 or maybe f6 also. I mean, so it is not a good idea. So here, when black plays fg4, as audience is very smart, please first give a check. That is the idea. So when your king comes for h8, it is away from the rook. Now the rook can be attacked. And now play the double attack move. Wow. Queen h6. Amazing audience. And this is 1-0. Attacking the rook also and doing this mate also and attacking the f5.
Everyone is giving correct answers.
Yes. So this is rook g4, fg4, queen g5, queen h6. Wow. Okay, what about this? This is black to play. If you can see on the screen. Right, very good. So this is black to play, and this game occurred between Geller and Sheshkovsky in Moscow 1974. So you cannot capture this rook, let me tell you. If you capture this rook, white will also capture the rook. ज़्यादा कुछ मिलेगा नहीं उसमें. Now this bishop is placed here and it is attacking or it is kind of controlling e1. Otherwise it is a mate, rook e1 checkmate, or queen is going whatever. So here, how to do double attack? Okay, audience.
Audience, let me remind you to like and subscribe our channel also.
Yes. So Honi is writing d4 bishop into d4 rook e1. Very good, Honi. I am missing you also. Very good. But you know what? The d4 white will not capture it. Why will white capture? White will play the move bishop to a5. He will not
Yes,
capture it. Now let's look at d4 again. On d4, if white plays bishop d2, then of course it is a bad move because black will capture rook d2, queen d2, and queen f5. It is a piece of position. So on d4, he will play bishop to a5. If you play bishop d4, of course rook e1 is simple. Now what? Anyone? Okay, d4 rook d2, very good. d4 bishop d4 rest, very good. Now d4 bishop a5. Now what? Yes. Yash, Huni, and Priti ma'am, Tanmay, bishop c7.
great going, audience.
No, no, no. Bishop c7 is not a correct idea. Bishop c7. Okay.
Waiting for more answers.
But bishop c7, he said interesting move actually. If you capture bishop into bishop, then of course rook e1 is there. And if you do not capture, then as it is, we are threatening to capture it and then playing rook e1. So how will probably white defend this position? Okay, white will play queen f1. Yes, white will play queen f1. The idea is if you play bishop into a5, rook f8, checkmate is threatened. Okay. Right. Anyone else? Any other answer? Yes.
We have got one more answer.
Yes. Very good. So here the correct move is rook e5. Wow. Double attacking the rook also and bishop also. And here rook into rook is forced and now queen into e5. And now as you can see, my dear friends, the queen is doing a mate on h2 and queen is also attacking the bishop. Amazing double attack. And this is 0-1. So rook e5 is the correct move. Very good, audience. Okay,
Black
let's
is
take the next
clearly
one.
winning.
Yes, Vachi. So this is third position double attack. White to play. This position occurred between Balashov versus Bronstein, and this is one of the few losses of Bronstein in that area. He was a very strong grandmaster in 1975 USSR. So here white is clearly better, but what is the correct set of moves to win the game?
So start giving your answers, audience.
So rook c8 is okay now. Yes, after rook c8. Knight at 6 check is the correct answer. Audience is just amazing. Knight at 6 check.
Wow.
So the idea is, Vachi, if black captures this pawn into knight, then queen g4 check will come and
Yes,
the rook will go, right? Double attack. So here black
yes.
played king h8. Now what is a good move? You can play knight f7 also, but can you do something better after king h8? NH6, GH6, Queen G4 is given by Yash. Okay, and after NH6, if black plays King H8, then what? Audience? Queen F7 is given by Pranjal, which is of course the correct move. The idea
Yes.
is now we are doing checkmate Queen G8 also and Queen into F8 also. Both ways. If you play pawn into knight, then also Queen into bishop is checkmate. Queen into F8. So here black tried to defend by knight F6. And Vachi, now can you spot the move? What is a good move by white?
Here we will play queen g8 and then knight into g8 and knight f7.
Yes, amazing, Vachi. Very well done. Queen g8, knight into g8, and knight f7 is one of the most popular smothered mates by knight alone. Wow, audience is too good. Vachi is just amazing. Let's take the next one. So now this I want to show us a simple trap, which I am sure most of the people would be aware. But even if you are not, you can apply this to a local club level kind of a player. It shows the power of double attack. So e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. And here, black. Okay, I'm laughing because I have also played this trap in my earlier state tournaments, and player used to come from small places, and I have won with them applying this trap. It is not a good move actually, but if the opponent is trapped, why not? So knight d4. It's a very bad move actually. If a good player is there, he will simply play c3, or he can capture knight into knight, and then he can do castling. Black's pieces are underdeveloped. If after c3, knight f3, queen f3, white is definitely better. But I have played this as a trap because most of the players fallen for it, and it's greedy nature of human being, and they capture knight into pawn, which is a blunder. Now they think that this knight and this bishop both are attacking this pawn on f7. So why not? And already one pawn we have captured. Wow. So now see the power of queen. Queen g5. Double attack. Queen is attacking e5 also, and queen is attacking g2 also. And suddenly white feels ये मेरे साथ क्या हो गया? Suddenly एक feeling आती है ये मेरे साथ क्या हो गया? But it's too late now. Now you can try whatever you want to. Maybe knight f7, and then black will simply play queen into g2. Double attack. Attacking the rook, attacking the e4 pawn. So you cannot capture rook because queen h1 is actually a check, and then king e2 also cannot come. Knight is there. Knight f3 check will also come, and so on. So many things. So here white tries to play queen rook f1 because he feels that ये रुक तो मर ही रहा है जा कहाँ रहा है. But of course he will not get a chance now. Queen into e4 check. You cannot come queen e2 because knight is there. So you can try maybe bishop e2. And now Vachi, what is the move for black? Come on.
Knight f3.
And knight f3 is what? It is a check.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. You cannot capture because it is pin position. So just imagine the kind of result which has happened in just 7 moves because of the greedy nature of white. Just trying to grab a pawn in the center. So my dear friends, please always remember, don't eat the pawns in the beginning. Try to develop your pieces first. Try to do castling first. Right. Okay, so let's take the next one. This position is between the two legends of chess. White is of course my greatest idol, Gary Kasparov, and black is one of the most greatest attacker of chess history, and I'm sure audience can guess it. It is Tal. So this game is Kasparov versus Tal in 1989 World Cup, and white is clearly better. He's two pawn up, queen is very active, bishop is also in a very active position. He's clearly better. It's a winning plus for white. He should have simply played b3, and there is nothing. But of course, the world champions can also do a mistake, and he played a bad move here, queen into pawn. And then after some 30 moves from here, the game was later drawn. Can audience tell very fast what is the good move for black? Why is queen into b7 a bad move? Very simple.
So start giving your answers, audience.
Yes, audience, very simple. So why this queen into b7 is a bad move? Yes. What
We've got many answers.
Yes. 4 or 5 people have answered so fast. So this
Yes.
is what happened in the game. Tal gave queen d1 check, king h2 only move, and queen d6 is a double attack. You are checking as well as you are attacking the bishop. So after g3 and queen into e6, black is a piece up. The game went b3. He played b3 here, and after 30 moves, it was a draw. I mean, black was not able to win even after having a piece up because of active queen and 3 pawns for the piece. Right. So let's take one more position, double attack. Okay, this is between Anand and Dreev, Moscow 2001 World Championship. It is a course, when Anand was on the way to become world champion. So Anand was in just terrific form. So he played some amazing moves on double attack. Black has just played pawn to c5. This is the last move played by black here. Pawn to c5. So it is white to play. Right. So Anand here
So,
played, yes, Anand played pawn into pawn. And now Dreev played knight into h5. That is the idea why he played pawn into pawn. He wanted to get rid of this h5 pawn. So what is the idea? The idea is when Anand played rook into rook, now you cannot capture rook h5. Please understand. Don't think अरे मार दो queen से मारा queen g7 mate मार तो गई मजा आ गया. No, भाई खुद का भी देख. बैक रैंक मेट है, खुद की लगी पड़ी है भाई. Always look at the opponent whether he is giving us some check or not. अपनी check हमेशा count किया करो. हमारे ऊपर कोई check तो नहीं आएगी. So coming to this position, he cannot capture rook h5. Now, audience, what is a good move for white here, which Anand played and won the game, of course? Uh, Rook h4. No. Rook d1 आ रहा है भाई. Rook h4 idea. Rook f4. No. पीछे back rank mate. Yes. Wow. Preeti ma'am. So Anand played here bishop into g7 check. What a nice move.
wow, this is a very nice move.
Yes.
Attacking move.
Very nice move. Now the idea is if you capture knight into g7, then queen h4 is coming, which is a double attack. You are attacking h6 and then h8 mate, and you are attacking queen to d8 as well. Double attack move. So if you capture knight into bishop, queen h4, you have no defense but to play queen g5, queen into g5 check, queen into g5, I mean rook d1 check, rook into pawn into rook d7 is simple 1-0. You have exchange up, and this
Yes,
pawn is also going. This
because white is piece up now.
yes,
Exchange up.
exchange up with very active rook. So coming to bishop into g7, knight into g7 is not possible. So he played king h7 in this position. So what is the good move now? Yes, audience.
So start
Yes,
giving
Sunil
your
has also
answer.
answered. Tanmay has also answered. Very nice. Now what is the good move? After bishop g7, king h7. Yes. Think of double attack. Yes, he played queen to h4. Very
Yes.
nice. Attacking the knight, attacking the rook. So he played rook d2. Now the idea is he wants to come queen c2. You know, Dreev is also trying to somehow generate counterplay. Queen h5 is of course out of question because queen h5, rook h5 and rook d1. तो क्वीन c2 की थ्रेट लगाना चाहता है वो, थोड़ा उसको खेलने को मिलेगा, रुक d1 का आइडिया आएगा, क्वीन b2 का आइडिया आएगा. But Anand is in a different mood altogether in this tournament, and during this phase he played amazing move bishop into h6, attacking the rook, attacking the rook. So if you come queen c2, bishop into d2 is very simple. So after king h6, Anand played pawn to g4 and attacking double attack with pawn. And of
Yes.
course, queen g5, queen h5, rook h5, king g7, and a4. After few moves, white definitely and certainly very easily won the game. So I think looking at the time, I think we should now invite. I should now invite Vachi. Let's take puzzles for the day, Vachi. So
Yes.
audience, please get ready for answering. Uh, right.
Now, now we're going to have this puzzle is right to play and we need to draw. So
Okay.
start giving your answers.
So the question for prize, we will answer this puzzle in the next class. Audience, you can start answering. It is white to
and
play and draw.
and we will announce the winners in the next session.
So this pawn is coming f2, f1 queening. That is the whole idea.
So now white needs to play a move so that it can draw.
Right. So this puzzle was coined by Afsanif in 1970?
We have got one move by Amrita.
Rook g8. Okay. Rook g8 is not a good idea. He will play king to e7. Okay, so this is first question. You can take a screenshot of this puzzle one, and you can shoot your answers in comments. Right. So now, Vachi, I think you need to share the second puzzle, which is this one. Right.
So in this puzzle, it is white to play and it is to draw. So we
Yes.
need to draw.
Puzzle two for audience for prizes. There are three puzzles today. This is the second one, and this is also original study by Grigorgiev. White to play and draw. So this white pawn is going there. Black pawn is very dangerous, coming to a2 and a1 queen. The king will come and eat the pawn. So white
Okay.
needs to do something.
So we have got one answer from Preeti ma'am.
Okay. So audience, you can take the screenshot. Please keep on answering. Right. So this is puzzle two.
And winners would be announced in the next session.
Yes, Vachi. Very good. Very nice. Right. Okay. So I'll share one puzzle, Vachi.
Yes.
Okay. Yash is trying to answer king d7, king e6, king c3. No, no, no. Okay. So let me share a puzzle, but before that, let me solve the question. Yeah, right. This was the homework puzzle, Vachi, I gave in the last session, and let me solve it. This position is white to play and draw. In the last session, I give this as a homework. The correct answer is king c6, king e5, king c5. And when black plays king into e4, the correct move is king c4.
So congratulations to those who have given the right answer.
Yes. So after king c3, king e3, white will play king to c3. This is a drawing move. This is a drawing move. So coming back, if white plays here king d5, then black will win this game by king f3, king d4, king g2, king e3, pawn promotion queen, rook into queen, and king into queen. Now h1 is there. So this is a win for black. So coming to this position, the correct move of drawing is king c3. Now it is a draw. Very good. And there are two people who have answered this correctly. One is my brother, of course. So king f3, king d3, king g2, and king e2. King into rook. And now you want to play king into f2. That is also draw. And if you want to play king f1 just for style, कि इस pawn को भी नहीं मारा हमने, then also it's a draw. Stalemate draw.
Yes.
So this is the answer or okay, one more thing I think I missed out here. In this position, if you play king to e2, then of course white will play rook h2. Now the pawn is pinned, so it's a simple draw position. I will capture it and then it's a draw position. Right. So this is our answer. Now I will share one homework puzzle for the audience, and this is the homework puzzle which I want to share. Please take a screenshot. This you are not supposed to answer right now. You have to answer in comment section later on. Please take a screenshot. This is white to play and win, and this is a mind-boggling puzzle. I have not seen such a puzzle in my days and nights. If you can take the hint from here, days and nights. White to
So,
play and win.
so
White.
again, solve this puzzle at home and then check the answers in the next session.
Yes. Right. So I think we should call it a day here. So in the next session, Vachi, we will do I will discuss a game of Bobby Fischer as I told, and we will do middle game tutorial on skewer attack. On skewer positions, skewer based situations. So what is skewer? Skewer is actually the inverse of pin. So it is like Rook is giving a check and then पीछे हाथी मर गया, ऊंट मर गया, whatever. So that kind of situation is called as steward. So thank you, audience. Thank you, Vachi. Thank you so much, Vachi. You did very well today.
Thank you, Gaurav sir, for an amazing session, and thank you, audience, for also being so amazing. And kindly like, share, and subscribe CPS channel.
Thank you, all of you.